There are worthy causes all around you. Satan is on the move, spreading addiction, alcoholism, poverty, abuse, abortion, pornography, homelessness, racism, slavery, prejudice, corruption, the breakup of the home, fatherless children, religious hypocrisy in our churches. The list goes on and on. The enemy is on a rampage, and men have laid down their swords for remote control, six-packs, and cell phones. We're too busy, we're too soft, and we've stopped being brave. I pray to God that I will find something bold and courageous to do in the name of the Lord before I die. I pray that it'll be more than one thing. I pray that it'll be something that makes my knees knock and my heart pound and my stomach sick, because it's so hard and it's so crazy that I can't do it on my own. But it's so right and it's so worth doing that God steps in and wins the battle, because I had the courage to trust in Him. I want to stare down the enemy for a holy cause. I want to live, not just exist. I don't need to be a hero, but I am asking God to make me a Braveheart. Listen to this quote: "The brave may not live forever, but the cautious do not live at all." Last point, the making of a Braveheart. A couple quotes on your paper there that are awesome. Nelson Mandela said, "I learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." John Wesley, great preacher, said, "Give me 100 preachers who fear nothing but sin and desire nothing but God, and I care not a straw whether they be clergymen or laymen. Such alone will shake the gates of hell and set up the kingdom of heaven upon earth." I was sitting here earlier thinking about my subject, going, David had 37. We got 54 in here today. That's enough potential to stir up things in the spiritual realm and to shake the gates of hell. You guys can leave here and today Bravehearts, an army for God. You may be sitting here thinking, "But man, dude, I'm no hero." It might help you to know that pretty much every guy who has done something courageous did not think of themselves as a hero at the time when they did something brave. You hear it in the interview later. "I'm no hero. I just saw a burning building and I heard somebody cry. There it is, the cause. Somebody must do something." And a hero came out of nowhere. They responded to a cry for help. There's a verse in the Bible. Tom already shared it with you. It goes so well with this theme. God's people, the Israelites, had once again turned their backs on Him. Their sin was causing all kinds of pain and problems in society. He read it to you earlier. We'll read it again in just a moment. Things like murder and bribery and corruption and extortion and robbery and poverty. In other words, there were plenty of causes in their society, plenty of opportunities, begging for somebody with godly backbone and courage to step up and take them on. And it got so bad that God was ready to bring judgment on His own people. Always a last resort, because our God is a God of grace and mercy. And before sending down judgment on His own people, God said that verse that Tom quoted earlier. And I've got it, I think, here in the Message. Perhaps it's the NIV, actually. This is God talking. Listen to it. "I looked for a man among my people who would stand before me in the gap on behalf of the land, so that I would not have to destroy it. But I found none." I just want you to let that sink in for a second, guys. This is God. And here's what He's saying. If I could have found just one man, if I could have looked down there and just found one godly man who was willing to take a stand against sin, then I would have used him to save a nation.